In the last video, we met Rohit Ashwa Chakrabarti and discussed how did he crack the Big Four. Did I tell you that he scored 327 in GRE and 116 in TOEFL? And now he's all set to pursue his masters from the University of Texas at Austin. So today we'll talk about how he cracked GRE and TOEFL, when and how did he start preparing, and what were the resources that he used. So let's begin. Seedhi baat, no bakwas.
Okay, so you are going abroad. Everyone knows that. So everyone wants to also know how the preparation process goes and how do you manage it with your work. So these are some points that you have to discuss. What are the exam patterns like? What is the difficulty level? When exactly do you start preparing? Because there are people in third year and fourth year who are self-conscious that is it too late? Is it too early? So how do you prepare, and what are the helpful resources, coachings, test series that you used, and what is the selection criteria?
Okay, this is like a very, very broad topic. So before before you start with your whole quest for masters, you need to understand like why and in what do you want to do your masters. So I'm hoping that the audience already is aware of what they want to do a masters in, because once you know that, you know which colleges to look for. Just because a college is good or a college is has a particular ranking may not mean that that particular department and the particular course that you're looking for is good. You can have good courses at a lower ranked college. Don't search the colleges. So don't search where you want to go by the college name. Search by the course name. That is like my biggest advice. And then once you know which courses and which programs you want to apply to, go through their application procedure and rough idea what kind of scores and what kind of profile do you need. The scores will basically give you an estimate of how much you need to score in say GRE, TOEFL. GRE is it's compulsory. I guess you have two options basically, GRE and GMAT is more often used for business schools and business courses. So people who are looking for MBA abroad or something like that would be interested in GMAT. I personally took GRE. My domain of interest was data science and data analytics. The other one is TOEFL and IELTS. TOEFL is more common in America, while IELTS is more common towards Europe. So yeah, once you shortlist the colleges, you will know which test you need to take. These are expensive tests. GRE, for example, is valid for 5 years. The score of GRE is valid for 5 years. There's no making it too early. Like people who are in the third year, I would say it's too. It might be too early for you to take it because it's for and you cannot apply in your fourth year, so you're effectively just wasting 1 year of that whole 5 year validity. So I would recommend everyone take it in the final year if possible. Valid for only 2 years, so you need to be even more careful and you need to time it even better. As for me, I took the GRE and TOEFL in the month of July, I think. No, I took it in the month of June 2019, and TOEFL I took it in August 2019, and then I was applying to 2020 courses. Is it too late? It is not too late. I myself started studying in May 2019, so it is not too late, and it is not very difficult. It is all about practice. GRE especially, it is three parts. One is the analytical writing, wherein you have to write two essays. The second part is quantitative, which is basically a lot of maths, and the third part is verbal, which is English. Now, the standard for GRE English is very high. If any if any of you are in third year or final year, or maybe you're working and you want to take GRE next year or something, I would say get started on the verbal part right now. You need as much time as you can get for verbal because it is that if you lose grades, that is where you're going to lose marks and points. Quantitative maths is very easy. It is class 10th maths, so it's not really very difficult. It's all about practice and accuracy. So that's the difficulty level. Maths is easy, but you need accuracy. English is difficult, and you need accuracy. When did you start? I started in my 8th semester in January. Suddenly had an epiphany, like, oh, why not do masters? And yeah, you will often hear people talk about a couple of resources. One is the Kaplan test prep. One is there's a Manhattan 5 pound book by Manhattan, if I'm not wrong. These two are resources that you can use. I personally used Magoosh. Magoosh is a service. It has lots of questions. Uh, I think it has more than 1,000 maths questions and 700 English questions. I just looked at them. You can take mock tests over there also. So it was pretty great. Yeah, like I saw the whole thing twice and I was very confident. It helped me time. I knew, because competitive exams like this, all of you already know that you need to take care of everything, how long the test is going to be, how, what is the difficulty going to be, which questions are going to be of which pattern. Everything about GRE and TOEFL is learnable to the extent that, even which question, say question number 1 to 5 of one topic or one kind, question number 7 to 8 could be of a different pattern. So yeah, everything about the GRE is learnable, and Magoosh really helped me with that. When I walked into the exam, I knew, exactly what to expect. Reach out to Ayush or reach out to me. You guys can use the referral link. Okay, so yeah, Magoosh. As for English, I would suggest 133 high frequency words. It's basically a long list of 333 words. Just memorize the whole thing. If you want, it's going to help you. Magoosh also has this word preparation app on Play Store. So those guys have flashcards. Those are also very helpful. Install that on your phone. Prepare every day. I think if you give dedicated effort every day for 2 months, you should be very comfortable. As for selection criteria, unlike most tests, TOEFL are more like an elimination test and not really a selection test. The colleges that you apply to, they look for students who have scored particular score. So if you score less than that, they're probably not even going to consider your profile. So just make sure you do really well in these tests. Doors to much better colleges. Yes. If you like this whole thing, give us a like, share this video, and hit subscribe.
Yeah, because I know for a fact that you are very camera conscious and you are doing this for me. So thank you so much.
Yes.